Matzo pizza?
Yeah, basically it was. I think it was a type of pizza that developed because of the Jewish community in St. Louis.
Hmm.
So in that context, makes perfect sense.
Hmm?
Are we talking about your pizza crime?
I
Yeah. Aren't we always?
I
New Haven style pizza Onyx is an amoeba-like pizza that's traditionally made with white sauce and clams. And
No,
they
thank
usually
you.
cook it.
Like
They also cook it to where the edges are always charred as fuck. I like me a clam pizza. I don't like how every New Haven style pizza place like chars the shit out of the crust.
I went to Domino's today.
yes. What'd you do at Domino's?
Ate a pizza.
What was your Domino's pizza?
It was good.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, we got my usual order, which was I like their pan pizza, and then I do pepperoni and Asiago.
I guess you can do a red pie with New Haven style, but yeah, just fucking burnt fucking edges. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that
Gotta
at
fight
all.
Thanatos again.
I mean, who wouldn't? I remember when Thanatos snapped and then Spider-Man was like, I don't feel so good.
Yep, that's basically what I'm doing right now.
It's okay. I looked up the solution to the dumbass puzzle with the piano in this.
Okay, what is it?
Okay. Yeah. It's one of those things where I think if the wording was better, it would make more sense. Okay, so. Walking eastward, 25 pilgrims on a white sand beach. First the proud, the brave, leading the walk. Not far behind, surrounded with good company, the braggart boasts of his exploits. The choleric, annoyed by this boaster, allows himself to fall far behind. Finally, the shy, tired, alone, and lagging walks half-heartedly just behind the last.
When's the last time I DM'd Gino? He doesn't seem to be at the top of my list. It's been a while.
So
I see the DMs. I'm playing.
Okay, I'm gonna send this to you because I'm pretty sure you would avoid it.
So you start with the guy at the first, because it's eastward, so you go to the right. And then the braggart is this guy, because he's surrounded by 3. And then you go all the way to the end, and it's these last 2.
What?
It is a poorly worded puzzle.
Dead. Let's cook.
But now you're gonna finish it, right?
Yeah. I'm a gamer, am I not?
Unclear.
Let me turn down the game volume a little bit more.
Okay.
This sounds like a Silent Hill puzzle, kind of.
A little bit. It's like a bad Silent Hill puzzle.
Cooking. Come on,
3. All right. What if we threw the okay? Why is my right stick inverted now? Okay.
Cards go.
Okay.
About this
There we go.
capsule. Do damage.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Justin.
Justin's here.
I got increased health.
Awesome.
Thanatos thinks he's tough, but he ain't. Hi, Thanatos.
I solved the puzzle, Justin, by looking it up. I thought the solution was bad.
Mm.
Okay. Go fast. Okay. I go fast. As Sonic the Hedgehog has taught us.
Yeah. The most important value one can have is speed.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It lets you attack twice.
Show me your free will. Okay, on it. As expected. Okay.
I made the mistake of downloading the Windows update, so I had to reset all of my audio settings again.
Yeah. Like 24H2 or like an update for this game?
No, like
Also,
OBS and Discord settings.
I guess I should also say, Gino, the other big thing about St. Louis style pizza is they traditionally use Provel cheese.
What?
I don't know if you know what Provel is. It's a weird combination of cheddar, Swiss, provolone with a bit of liquid smoke.
Sure. That doesn't sound terrible.
Liquid what?
Liquid smoke.
Liquid smoke. It's
Okay.
basically artificial barbecue smoke, but in a syrup. Basically, what you can do it two ways. You can actually just use it directly into the syrup that you're adding to your food, or you can actually boil it so as that the actual smoke is in the environment that you're cooking in.
Say.
But yeah, it's basically a smoky barbecue accent to a mix of cheddar, Swiss, and provolone. It's actually a pretty good cheese because they put in the cheddar. It actually melts nice for like burgers.
Yeah, that doesn't sound bad.
Split. But the cheddar allows this to be a cheese that tastes like Swiss and provolone, but it doesn't split when you cook it. That's the problem when you don't use American cheese for a cheeseburger.
Draw cards. Cooking. Frickin' go. This better be the final boss. Oh god.
He spawned more poop,
Spawn poop.
kind of like me
I-
in the morning. What? I think we all have morning bowel movements, right? That's just natural body
For
stuff.
Zombie Pie Redacted, I don't need to hear about your morning bowel movements. I refrain from talking about mine.
Logical physics in this game.
Sure are. I once again will make the comparison. I think this is a solo project, right?
Uh-huh.
So this is probably a character model that was perhaps, taken from some sort of default asset store. And then touched up. But she got real
Jiggly.
she looks like a character in those games that Steam advertises to me when I turn the filters off.
When you try to see what's coming out for VR games.
Yeah, when I'm like, haha. Oh, it's called Sex Divers. That's funny. Because all of the screen...
Oh, look at how small I am. Look at that.
You know that there's a game called Sex Divers.
No,
right? You know
there
that.
is.
No, I know. I was just wondering if you were aware that that's not a joke. There's an actual game called Sex Divers.
I'm aware. I am aware.
Well, okay. What if, Gino,
Yes.
what if Helldivers
But
But
there was
what?
creepy,
Naked
dead-eyed.
And when you take the armor off of your lady girl, you see her hoo-ha.
I find
Or
all of those
bazangas.
3D games to be low effort and
So
creepy.
this is just basically Gurren Lagann then, right?
Yeah.
I got bigger. See, the game got bigger, and now my little planet is small. I win, I think. I killed it. I won.
Gotta find which record is the right one.
People had larger and larger sunglasses as well.
What would
Voice
be an
acting's
actual
very good. Story's very good. Oh, she exploded.
Braden, what would be an actual good show, a good Gynax show for us to watch on the anime show?
I would say Nadia.
Probably, yeah.
Because Nadia's like a fun fantasy adventure show, and then
Then we can
it
talk
has
about
that
Anno
and then we talk
and-
about the island arc and Anno having a mental breakdown.
and how it led to Neon Genesis
And
Evangelion.
yeah, and how that
Win.
last shitty arc of Nadia
Like literally
is...
destroyed him
Yeah,
to
no,
the point to where he had to walk away for like a decade.
Well, he had to walk away for 5 years.
Well, that's it. I'm sending a raid your way. I gotta cook.
That's right. Damn,
Why don't-
cooking.
Yeah, are you being metaphorical or are you being literal?
Let him
I'm
cook.
making tacos.
What are in your tacos?
Some sort of crumble, and then black beans and probably red bell pepper.
Oh, you know, that sounds a little bit like what I you know,
Right
what I
out.
make
Like,
Remy
follow,
for dinner.
subscribe.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Pizza.
Stop streaming. Okay, I gotta cook.
Hello, card people. Welcome to the opposite of cards.
To not Resident Evil.
Questionable Resident Evil clones made
Has
by
Is this questionable? This just seems workmanlike.
that piano key puzzle I think was bad.
Is it because you can't read music, or
No, I can read fucking music. There's nothing about reading music. You're not reading notations.
Huh.
Also, I'm gonna say here's another thing that I might suggest to the developer is this puzzle appears to involve listening to things via sound,
Uh-huh.
which that's
Make
an
it louder?
accessibility problem.
Oh, well.
All right, so have either of you played Marvel Rivals?
My brother
No.
loves Marvel Rivals.
So
I am well aware of how the female characters look in the video game
yeah,
Marvel
so why are
Rivals.
people so thirsty about Susan Storm?
Because it is a Korean video game, and the female characters in Marvel Rivals are designed like female characters in other Korean video games.
So are we talking
She got
boobs
a booty.
and butts and okay, so
No,
boobs,
like,
butts, and thighs?
it's-
everything?
It's everything, my man.
Oh God! I just saw the Susan Storm corrupted character arc.
Yeah,
she is
no,
in a
and
thong
they-
leotard, huh?
And the keys and yes, the special skins in that game are
Uh-huh.
are very
Okay.
much. It is a Korean video game.
Okay. got it.
Yeah, so that's
This looks like the Spencer Estate meets Eternal Darkness.
yeah. This definitely has some real We have a Spencer Mansion at home with a lot of public domain classical artwork in it.
Like that shot Of you
Yeah.
going up the staircase towards the camera, like, that's the most blatant part.
Yep.
That's one of the most blatant parts. So I have to ask, I didn't see the start of the first one. Did anything break through a window while you were walking
No.
down a hallway?
No, the game seems to have a little bit more restraint than that. A little bit more.
For now. If it
Just
did
saving
that,
it for later.
if it did that, I think I would say, okay, no thank you. Not a fan. So how's everybody's day going?
Going okay.
Okay, am I supposed to play the gramophones in the order that
How about you,
creates?
Chad, out there? How is your day going?
See, I had a burger just now, but I have no chips, so I'm eating croutons instead.
You know, that's the most Chris Zombie Pie redacted food choice you've made today. Congratulations. Anyway, so I think I need to replicate the tune being played on this gramophone with the ones in that lobby. Which, hi there. Video game developer for this game, if you're listening. I would say there's something of an accessibility issue with
How would you suggest they resolve this accessibility issue? Out of curiosity.
I think you could subtitle the music. Let's see. There are no audio issue. Also, there are no audio options in this game. Period. So let's see. No, that's not the first one. Alright, let's see. Alright.
Are you all hyped to watch A Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
What?
The prequel to Game of Thrones. They're turning it into a television show.
Is it based on the Dunk and Egg novella? Okay, I think this one's the first one.
Yeah, actually it is. It is actually based off the Dunkade.
And then it's this one.
Tales of Dunk and Egg?
Yeah.
As I think it was called. So that would be the Hedge Knight and the Sword.
Or is it this the second one?
I think they're just doing the Hedge Knight for this new miniseries.
But yeah, Warner Brothers is going to keep
Needs money.
pumping out Game of Thrones shit until it long stops becoming reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, the people who like Game of Thrones, the television show, they have it might be to where they might have more patience than the book people, because I've given up hope. I've just moved on
And
with
there
my
we go.
fucking life. The TV people are like, I think that I'm still in it.
I'm still
in it.
excited.
It's like me, I'm just like, maybe I'll live to see.
How are
the
those
next
croutons,
book.
Justin?
They're good.
I can tell. I can
Have
hear
you?
them.
Oh, you can hear it.
Yeah.
Ah, Justin, I want to hear your mouse sounds.
Congratulations. That is the second Chris Zombie Pie redacted thing you've done today.
Well, I did it unintentionally. My mic is so far away from my mouth, and you never heard me eating before. I didn't think you'd actually hear me.
Alright, so we got a
Good
full
up.
heal.
You did it good.
We have a first aid spray equivalent.
This is how we defeat them, Justin.
No. Alright. But yeah,
I went to Beast Guy and I searched for Giant Bomb, and it's a bunch of boobs. Oh, Beast Guy. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to get off Twitter. These other platforms, they just got so much porn.
mm-hmm.
That's the internet for you.
Did you see Nimi Nightmare is going to do a bunch of shovelware Wii game bullshit?
She is playing them right now.
Yeah. She's
Hey.
doing Deal or No Deal. The video game.
Oh. Okay, well, I need that. But I'm not gonna waste this healing item. So, I think there's a choice being made when the video game says each individual handgun magazine takes up a separate spot. I think that's a choice that did not need to be made.
So, I bet what they're trying to do is avoid the late game Resident Evil problem,
Yeah.
where every single Resident Evil game in the last half, you just have too much ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you have too much ammo because you've been stingy with shit, and you know, I'm going to probably deal with the problem of the final boss of, I'm just going to use my rocket launcher 5 times and it's dead. Which I don't think is actually a problem, because if you do pull that off, go with God. Me,
I mean, I play those games as speed games, and the secret is just to use everything.
always be resource poor.
If you don't have any shotgun shells in your inventory, that's a free inventory spot. Hmm?
Also, like, as long as you actually explore, those games will give you tons of ammo.
Yeah, except for Zero.
Which is apparently the next one.
Yeah, sure. They could do some interesting stuff with Zero.
I wonder if they do make it as resource poor or resource scarce as OG Zero, though.
I think.
I bet they make it easier.
My guess is it will be closer to the
Remake games
to the 3 remake, in that they will probably reinterpret chunks of it, because there's not a whole lot of, like, the most iconic part of Resident Evil 0 is the train, and like the Umbrella training facility you spend most of the game in is just kind of boring. It's like the Spencer Mansion, but not as interesting. And I think the way to go with that is you just you reinterpret it.
I mean, you almost need to do that, because it's like you said.
I wonder how they're going to handle the 2 character thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think they kind of played around with it in the previous games, where your companion is just like a helpful AI companion. Yeah. But like the character swapping stuff.
The character swapping stuff. There's a lot of like there's stuff with that. There's the part where you just drop items on the ground instead of having an item box. Lot of stuff that I feel like presents, let's say, an interesting creative challenge for the people at Capcom, is how I would describe it.
But so far, they haven't really proven us wrong, other than that bad DLC with Rose.
Yeah. I'll play that at some point. Alright, where do I put this painting?
suppose Capcom had to trip up somewhere.
Yeah.
They've had a pretty good run since Resident Evil 7.
I don't know. Dragon's Dogma 2 is a bummer.
Yeah. I should get back to that game now that it apparently is more optimized. All right, where does the game want me to? Oh, of course. Yeah, but it's one of those things where I genuinely think like modern day Capcom could do something interesting with Resident Evil 0.
Probably better than 5.
WK says that and Exoprimal, which, yeah, I guess Exoprimal is a thing everyone forgot about for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, they're multiplayer efforts that aren't Monster Hunter.
Well, yeah, is Monster Hunter the only multiplayer experiment Capcom that's done that's been good and or
In the
lived
last
a
few
long life?
years?
Yeah, in the last few years, yes. But, like...
No, I mean recent. I don't mean like,
Yeah.
hey, remember the online stuff
outside of
with
fighting
blah,
games.
like fighting games. Yeah, I'm not talking about fighting games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean when I say
Is
that.
is Kunitsugami multiplayer focused? I don't think it is.
No.
Alright, so this next area appears to have monsters that are blind, but also are attracted by light and noise. So, I guess we just get to walk.
How are blind monsters attracted by light?
Something rip off its head. Oh. We gotta have at least one spooky.
Has the spider been the only boss that you fought so
Yeah.
far?
Yep.
Huh. So that's weird spacing and pacing between the boss battles, huh? They must not have a ton in this game, which I don't think would surprise me, right?
I think I checked the achievements and I think there are like 3 bosses.
Okay.
You know, I have enough ammo that I might just shoot these fucking things. What if I did that?
What if they're invincible?
Then I shoot them until they sit down.
What if you need that ammo for a boss coming up?
Oh, fuck you, video game. It gonna be like that, huh?
Force stealth.
Mmm. Mmm. Okay, it's gonna be like that, huh?
How many times have you died in this game so far?
A couple.
That spider fucked him up a couple of times.
Yeah, that spider fight was shit. Alright, so... Okay, we have to redo this puzzle. So it's this one. And then it's this one.
Yeah? Already? A loud sigh?
I just... It's gonna do that, huh?
Yeah.
Now that you know what you're doing, it shouldn't take you that long to
No.
get back to where you were.
You know, I go back to, on one hand,
Yeah. On one hand,
making video games is hard, and making video games by yourself is also hard.
is even harder.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, keep that shit to yourself.
Everybody's got to start somewhere. If you could put out a full game like this, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, like Night into Nightmare. Shoot your shot.
Actually, we're gonna save before we go up there. Also, we need to do the stupid painting puzzle. Which is
You're a
literally,
stupid painting puzzle.
which is literally just remember where the painting puzzle. If this came out in 2015, would I be into it?
No. Because it still would have been highly derivative of a better work.
Let's see. I can't answer that question because it's not 2015 anymore. It's like how I probably would have been a lot more excited about Black Geyser if that game had come out in 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, like for a solo project, this is... Yeah, here's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if I would have been champing at the bit. As Joku loves to say, it's actually champing at the bit, because it's like a racehorse thing. But you know, you exist in the context of all that has come before you.
And what has come before you? Resident Evil.
Daymare 1998.
Oh, right.
Daymare 1998.
Would you play this or Daymare?
This is a much better game than Daymare. Don't.
Okay.
It's
Just
not
wanted
as
to, like,
funny.
set the bar. No, but like,
in that comparison, it seems like it's too good, though.
Like the thing about Daymare 1998 that makes it such a wonderful aberration is how ambitious it is. And also the part where
I will say this: when you were
seeming...
playing Daymare, you were laughing a lot more than you were playing this. You were laughing a lot when you were playing Daymare.
Yeah. It's a hilarious comedy expert.
It's a worse game than this, but it's funny as shit.
Yeah, like the thing about Daymare that makes it so special is that it is trying to be their OC Resident Evil Umbrella Corps fanfiction with like a clear lore Bible that no one that no one else has read. And also, like, the only human beings on the planet who really liked Operation Raccoon City. And the other part is just, like, the brazen confidence with which it both, just shamelessly references other better video games. And also is, like... We put realistic magazine management in this game. Also, there's a bit where you're in the hospital and you just have to run errands for this guy.
And you're forgetting the part about Daymare, the single greatest line. Line read.
The voice acting is really good.
He's going there, and then he'll be there.
Twice.
It's still funny.
It's so fucking funny.
Just,
and
you know, it's one of those things where the developers of the video game are not native English speakers, right?
You didn't click it twice, ZP. I also clicked it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We've got some good shit here.
So, yeah, it's one of those things where...
You're going to hell.
What is that? Who put that in here?
That's from
Cyberpunk, a thriller.
Yeah. Hell, a cyberpunk thriller.
Yeah. It's
somebody needs to get that one line from Dawn of the New World in here. Something.
Courage is the magic that turns dreams into reality.
Yeah.
Welcome to the maze of death.
Complete global saturation.
Anyway, listen. Video games are good. Video games are good.
booty.
Video game dialogue can be pretty good.
Hey, what's up?
Anyone want to see a dead body?
So you may be wondering how I got here after my work in the adult film industry. Well, you see.
Listen, sometimes you want to move on to something else, and you become a policewoman instead.
Hey, you know, What's Her Bucket is a popular Twitch streamer.
Which one?
Sasha Grey.
Oh.
And by all accounts, I think she's cool, question mark?
I forget. I really do. Like, I know that I should be better about that shit, but I can't keep track of
I have no grasp.
celebrities or people that I liked.
I
cannot keep track of which of my favorite people that I've enjoyed the entertainment of them in the past are problematic or not. I
am not gonna keep up with.
I can't do that
many
as
people
much.
At all.
I don't know. Listen,
if I praise someone, I do say as a compromise, like if I praise someone that turns out to be a shithead, you can tell me that they're a shithead, and I will keep that as a note. But personally, unless there's someone like Neil Gaiman, where it's literally in the fucking front pages of every website and news reporting thing that they are a piece of shit, I cannot.
I mean, nobody can. We can't keep up with like everything every celebrity does.
I can't even keep up with all my favorite like video game reviewers, like where they
Yeah.
are now, and it's like every single fucking Patreon.
Yeah. Listen, I will believe you if you tell me that my favorite streamer is a problem. You there at home. Twitch.tv/arbitrarywater. Are they a problematic streamer? I don't know. I don't know anymore. And I know this part's supposed to be, like, intense and scary, but,
It really just seems annoying.
it mostly just seems kind of oh, fuck. I am lost. Because I can't turn on the fucking light. Am I allowed to use the lighter? Probably
I
not.
would try running through it with the light on anyway, just to see what happens.
You're right.
They might have forgot to program in light detection on those guys.
Yeah, we'll find out. Well, they move towards you when they're in your flashlight radius.
Oh.
That seems like the way you get around them is by turning your flashlight on and off. Yeah, I am lost. I think about how I got here, and the choices made that have led me to this point. Anyway, I do think there are examples of media that I have, like, even in 2015, I knew Inquisitor was a bunch of shit, right? Even though it looked like the game that, was like the old games I liked. Alright, does it care about the lighter? Anyway, I don't think there's anything in those bathrooms. Okay, there's shit in there. If I shine my light through the thing, does it make the guy break through the wall? No? Yeah, this is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife. This is not my beautiful dog. Okay, they don't care about the lighter. So that's apparently the intended solution. Oh, I wonder if these zombies are gonna get up. Oh, this one has collision. Oh, now it doesn't have collision. Weird. Alright, that door's locked. No. Anyway, my point is that context is important when talking about one's experience with video games. And that is something that I have actually tried to put in my writing.
Like the context in which it came out, or the context in which you used specifically.
Yes, both. There's a reason why off the deep end we always talk about, like, give a vague historical summary of whatever we're talking about. I mean, you know, oh, look at me stealthing around. We solved the problem, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of bodies just hanging out. Maybe some of them will get up. Who's to say? There's a leech. No, we don't need this flask. Is that all that's... I also, I know this game not having a map feels like a very intentional design choice. I think it's the wrong one.
Yeah.
That's another, me being, putting my I've played too many of these games hat on. Alright, was that all that was in here? Like, this game's design makes a lot of choices that feel like the kind of thing that, like, someone on a forum, a Resident Evil fan forum, had strong takes on. Anyway, we gotta find a key. Yeah, no, there's deliberately no map in this game. That's what it's kind of going for. Yep, see, there's the key on the other way. Ceiling's completely collapsed. So we just gotta go around. Damn, girl, you got that crusty ass. Alright, my guess is there's something in the bathrooms that I need in order to break down these planks. And it's just a pain in the ass to find it because, this area feels, deliberately designed to be, confusing.
Is it like in the bathtub? Do you have to pull out a plug or something, for instance?
No, no interaction prompt. Are the enemies just clickers? Kinda. Well.
On we go.
Did Justin just drop?
I don't know.
Did you say something to anger Justin?
I said crusty
Did you
ass.
say something about the Did you say something about the American South that?
No, I mean, if you want, if you want my my actual listen, if you want me to name and shame Justin for anything, it's that he's never eaten curry before.
Wait, what?
We've made fun of him for this in D&D multiple times. And it's like, yeah, I know.
You're asking me to remember things from weeks ago.
From D&D.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I play the game and I'm doing a very good job hitting things with a stick and or pole, but
Yep.
that seems to be my gimmick. There are other things
Yeah.
for a paladin to do, but me.
No, you're
dude,
an Oath of Glory paladin, so you're allowed to just be like, I'm a hit thing with stick. It's fine. Yeah, but you can still get Indian food in Charlotte. And he has said before that oh, okay. Yeah, that was the video game knocking at me, huh? Okay. Oh. Okay. Good job, video game. That was... Yeah. Okay. We got 2 inventory slots. We're fucking cooking with gas. Was that all that was here? Oh. There's a hole in the ceiling.
A fork.
A fork. I guess maybe I am a little bit spoiled because, you know, I have lived around the world. Not to toot my own horn, but you know, I lived in Japan as a child. And so I understood the concept of curry rice.
It's great. I think that the big thing that, you know, I've told this story before. As someone who grew up in a Japanese household, I did not understand that Japanese curry is its kind of own little aberration in the world of curry.
Yep.
So I grew up with like roux-based curry because that's why Japanese curry is the way that it is. It's a roux,
it's a roux
rather than using tomatoes or paste. But it's not like the traditional tomato-based curry. So when I
No.
tried Thai or
Indian curry.
even Indian curry, I didn't like it because it was different. And it's like, wait, this isn't curry. And then eventually I came to love different types of curry. But as a kid, like a little kid in elementary school, it's like, this is not curry. This is not curry.
Okay, there was a leech in the toilet. My favorite part of Resident Evil 0, the Leech Hunter minigame. That's a joke. Leech Hunter is terrible. Might actually be the single worst of those old Resident Evil battle games. But yeah, and you know, okay, is there really nothing in here? So the question is, where's whatever the crowbar is? Because I clearly need to use that, because the game won't let me shoot it off. Here's another accessibility thing that I understand. Once again, maybe just add a twinkle to the items. It's not just because it's easier to see, my dude. It's also because the player can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Braden Arbitrary Water, Game Designer 101 courses.
No. Here's the actual thing. Here's
You
me
respect the
is
fact that this person
no
did
this is some of the shit that I learned in grad school.
Mm-hmm.
Is a lot of stuff around accessibility and designing your stuff around being usable by a wide group of people. And I'm not gonna apologize for that. Oh, of course. There's also a passage over here. Yeah, so you may say, Braden Arbitrary Water Redacted, why are you doing this to yourself? And the answer is because I need to know, and because I've played too many of these sorts of games already.
I mean, you're the expert in bad Dubious. You had a bit called the Wheel of Dubious Horror Games.
I did the Tower of Dubious Horror games twice. I've played a lot of bad Resident Evil games.
Mm-hmm.
over the course of the last 2 years, and it's given me an unfortunate amount of insight into what makes these games work and what doesn't. Do I hate myself for it? A little bit. So how about you? What do you want to play now that you
I have
finished...
to play Nosferatu.
Oh, you want to play Nosferatu Wrath of Malachi?
That game is kind of cool.
I played that game for the Dubious FPSs. That game
It's
is...
kind of cool.
It has ideas, TM.
It it it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's the thing that ends up sabotaging it is the fact that it has some of the worst balance I've ever seen because of the procedural generation
Yep,
part of
and
it.
also the sound design.
The sound design is bad in every single game that came out of this studio, so
Yeah.
I guess I've just become used to it. But I did check out a guide and says this character will either spawn in the beginning of the game or near the end. If they spawn at the end, don't even bother because their weapon is completely useless at that point. And it's like, fuck, yeah, sign me the fuck up. But yeah, it's a cool idea. It's just now I'm kind of like stuck. So they did that kids game, they did that television tie-in game, they did Nosferatu, and they somehow followed those 3 games up with 2 of the worst games ever made.
You know. Is this game called The Mute House because of these fuckers? Oh, okay.
Okay, I see this game.
Okay. So how was everyone else doing? We having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How many leeches have there been in this game so far?
You know, not as many as the Leech Hunter mode. So, what's even the point? Leeches are your green herb equivalent, by the way. Except they heal over time.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way of knowing. Chat, how many... How many attempts should I keep giving before I switch to a different game? Because we may or may not be reaching that point in the equation where I perhaps pick this back up again another time after looking up what to do, because...
Is that how you're gonna, like, break this up between your two games
Yeah.
that you play for your streams is, well, I reached the point where the guide didn't tell me how to do this, which I don't blame you. I mean, that's...
I mean, the only people who have finished this game are apparently, like, one random German dude on YouTube. And the developer. If the monsters were weak to leeches, see, that would be... Then we'd be cooking. Also, we're gonna save again, because I don't want to have to do this again. I just...
Hi again.
Hi, Justin. How do you
Hi.
feel about stealth?
It's
The
usually
2006 film where a rogue AI takes over a stealth jet.
garbage.
I don't remember who was in
I've
that
seen
movie. I just remember it existed, and even as a child, I thought it was lame.
I don't think I have not seen that. There was a different drone movie with Shia LaBeouf that
Hell
I saw
yeah.
once. What was that fucking?
Hollywood cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Should we even be reusing that meme and or joke?
Given how the person in
LaBeouf
question
is
is
a
apparently a
nightmare man.
real garbage man.
Which we just talked about, like, we can't follow... I don't have the
Yeah.
capacity to follow everything. I know that Shia LaBeouf is a fucking dipshit.
Eagle Eye is the movie I was thinking.
Okay.
I saw that at one point for some reason. My grandfather had a great big room full of pirated DVDs.
Hell yeah.
Um,
We go.
Anyway, I like the part in Megalopolis where, No, I'm not going to spoil it. The people need to know.
so I would like to clarify something real quick. I do live close enough to Charlotte to reasonably drive there. I am not fucking driving to Charlotte for food. For instance, curry or some other similar food.
What makes you think we were talking about that?
I dipped out and I was going to go close the browser, and then you were like, "He's never eaten curry, the fucker."
Anyway, next
And I
time
was
you go
like,
to Charlotte,
What else are y'all saying about me behind my back?
you're my friend. We've been friends for, at this point, more than a decade, and I appreciate
Yes.
you.
Awesome, thanks.
I'm trying to think of, like, what's something that I've never... Well, I mean, I have a food bit where I talk about things that I've never eaten before.
If I ever like am hungry in Charlotte and close to a curry place, maybe I will try it. But there's not really anything like that around where I live, and getting into and out of Charlotte is not easy.
I'm sorry that the robust American highway system has failed us.
Listen, there is a highway encircling Charlotte called I-485, and getting off of it and getting into Charlotte it's not like absolutely impossible, but it is a pain in the ass.
You know, You know what other fun games came out this week? There's a new Orcs Must Die that is on Game Pass.
Uh-huh.
That I probably want to check out. There's that new Sniper Elite.
Is this like 7 or 8?
I believe this is technically Sniper Elite 6, but it is $50 and is also launching on Game Pass, which says to me that it is maybe not full new game sized. I'll say this is definitely on the more obtuse ends as far as survival horror games are concerned. I just love that her boobs jiggle. I think that's... But
Always
like,
a wonderful feature, isn't it?
but it's specifically like the pockets of her uniform. That doth sway to and fro.
It definitely seems like the uniform of someone going for a porn shoot instead of an actual.
Yeah.
Which is a great idea for a horror game. She's
Yeah.
she dressed like a police officer, but
So
I don't know.
Yeah, I like. There are some puzzles in Tormented Souls that I think are pretty a little too involved.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is, I think the puzzles in that game are usually pretty sharp, even if some of them feel like I need to forcing me to draw things out. All right. New strategy.
Play a different video game.
Play a different video game. Nope. Okay, that didn't work. Time to go home. I'll be real here. I think I'm liking this game less. Yeah, as I go along. Oh, can I kill one of these things with a flask? Or is the game... Are they just invincible?
I'm gonna bet the game thinks they're invincible.
Yeah, I just don't feel like I have a great idea. It's one of those things where this area is dark. I don't have a great idea of the layout of these. Oh, you can. You can fucking kill them.
What'd you kill him with?
The flask.
Oh, what does the flask do?
It's like it seems like it's a room clear. Like you just drop the flask and it poisons them or something. So, maybe we just use the shotgun and so we don't have to fucking, tiptoe around everywhere. That'll work. giving this game 10 more minutes. And once we're at the 90-minute mark, I'm switching to Star Ocean if we do not make progress.
I think seeing Star Ocean 6 would be cool.
That game is neat. It's, you know, let's say, budget.
Nothing wrong with that.
Any gaming news you guys want to talk about?
I think Microsoft is a clown car of a company.
They're now officially didn't you see the news that officially announced them as the biggest video game publisher in the industry though?
Oh yeah, sure. That's
And also
technically true.
I just wish they would publish something.
I wish they would make video games.
And also apparently their CEO is in negotiation with the Trump administration to buy TikTok. Who's to say?
It's more like Satya. Well, it's great because if they Satya Novella.
Nadella.
No. I think
Also, Sony dropped the whole PSN requirement for their PC stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's going to move the needle on the reputation of all of their AAA games being inferior products.
Yeah. Like, there has to be a fucking crowbar somewhere. And is it in those bathrooms? Because that's the only other location I know where to go. Yeah. Well, I have great news. The only hellscape in twitch.tv/arbitrarywater is the one of my own making. If I pick up those handgun bullets, it spawns another stupid guy. So we're not doing that. Like, if you want me to get really mean, I could say, I had more fun playing Code Veronica last week. Which is not a very kind thing to say. So, Lionheart, I believe I played Arrange mode the last time I played RE1, and it's mostly the same game. It's just there are a couple items in different places. I think there are also slightly more enemies. Okay. I just feel like I'm missing something very obvious, and it's almost like there's a reason why modern Resident Evil games have, like, I don't know, annotated maps that tell you if you've missed something.
I mean, didn't even RE1 have that, or was it just the director's?
The remake of RE1 does that. Yeah.
So yeah, like RE's had that for a while.
Yeah. It's impossible to know. But at least we killed the guy in this room, so we can just run as much as we want. You know, yeah, the DS version of Resident Evil 1, yeah, lets you just has a quick knife. And it also has the 180-degree turn, which is why it's secretly one of the better ways to play Resident Evil 1. But yeah, how'd you like that those knife minigames, huh? Really exciting. Because there's also a revised mode. In the DS version of Resident Evil 1 that throws in a bunch of bad touchscreen minigames,
Here we go.
including one where you have to blow in the microphone. Are there any things on these statues? No. Alright, we got 3 minutes.
So what games have you played this year already? Apart from like what you've streamed. Anything?
I have played
particularly
through Ready or Not, which is
that's right.
SWAT. It's basically they just made SWAT
Yep.
again, except it's current year. So it's set in, let's say, a very specific version of fake Los Angeles that, let's say, perhaps plays into some stereotypes people might have about Southern California. Okay, what if I were to tell you that there's a level in... And to be clear, I think it's a very good tactical shooter if you want more SWAT 4. But what if I were to tell you that one of the levels in that game involves secret human smuggling tunnels underneath the Mexican border?
Yep.
Oh.
Run by legally distinct MS-13. It doesn't have that anymore.
Isn't that what Sicario wound up being about?
Yeah.
I mean, yes. Even in the first film, yes.
So, they...
Watch Sicario.
As far as I can tell, they took out the fucking dog whistles that were in the early access build.
Mm-hmm.
There are no longer, let's say, blue lives flags in that game. But it's still very much like, boy, this sure was made by a bunch of people who think the scariest thing in the world is Los Angeles. And, you know, having been to LA, the scariest thing about LA is the traffic. Next question. There's also a level where in the DLC where a bunch of eco-terrorists seize an oil platform, and they all have like blue hair because of course because
That's just kind of funny. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, it's like it's very funny because in the police station itself, like, there are a bunch of things like, you are not here to create widows and orphans, you are here to save lives, you know, like, all of that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then you also have a level with a weird sapphic cult of let's say Wicker Man-esque. Okay. That's it for the Mute House today.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm getting upset.
Yeah. Okay, so Star Ocean time.
Star Ocean. All right. Angry typing noises. Yeah. So, let's see. What's another? The other chain of levels in Ready or Not involves you busting a ring of hear me out. What if I told you that the elites, they have secret child sex rings?
Oh boy.
I'm not even joking.
Now let's go find the doc.
I hope the developers are.
No, like there's a level where you are busting like this weird house of ne'er-do-wells and creeps. We're like, yeah, there's a birthday party going on. This girl just turned 18.
Those alien bastards will pay.
Yeah. So, it's one of those things where, if one has justifiable political, qualms about supporting a game that has a pretty clear worldview, even though it's gotten a little more, deniable, let's say.
Positively or negatively?
In as much as they aren't literally just putting in fucking MAGA dog whistle memes.
Okay, sure.
So what you're saying is, if I've never played SWAT 4, I should just play SWAT.
You should just play SWAT 4. That's my general.
What if you played the first SWAT games by Sierra?
Oh, you mean the
like
weird
me.
top-down tactics game? Yeah, that game seems interesting.
What if you played Daryl F. Gates SWAT?
You mean Police Quest 5?
Yeah.
The one where everything is out to get you? Because once again, it represents a let's say a very specific paranoid worldview that one associates with cops and conservatism.
Oh yeah, like it bears the name of the architect of modern American police brutality.
The fucker whose policies led to the LA riots, yeah. And Ken Williams was like, yeah, this guy. We should have this guy help us make a video game. But it does have FMV in it, so, you know.
And
That justifies everything.
Exquisite.
I might have to play that game.
What if I told you that one of the antagonists is a evil crossdresser because it's the 90s?
And also it's Sierra because a lot of their villains were cross-dressers.
Yeah.
Exquisite. There is an enemy in the back. Take care.
This one is capable of wielding Sentinel Mask. Dodge those attacks and make it pay.
Threat neutralized. Danger. Ali! Cut them to ribbons. No, I cannot. I only trained harder. Destroy.
Anyway, in this game, you can just kind of hover glide everywhere, and it's great.
Target sighted. How exquisite.
Enemy. Still ahead. Beyond our reach.
And then you can also
Sentinel we can hit him with.
do a lot of shit in the air, which is another thing that gives the thumbs up from me.
Another day.
When I can play the video game and you can just stay in the air for an irresponsible amount of time.
Exquisite.
It's good. It's great. I'm being told that Call of Duty Black Ops Season 2 starts soon.
Exquisite.
Maybe I'll have to reinstall that game.
Looks like we finally made
How's
it
the
out.
online community for that these days?
I think the general
Should we take it out? Combat is not always the best strategy. Consider retreat as a viable
perspective, I people seem mostly pro Black Ops 6, but you know,
Yeah.
it's a COD game, so there are always going to be people loudly complaining.
How exquisite.
What's up with these huge crystals?
It is a wonder crystals this large yet remain in the mines.
Should we try bashing? Damn. There are too many.
Destroyed. Threat neutralized. Warning. Energy levels low. This will sting!
So how do we feel about
Insufficient
custom player-created chain combos?
They shall see us deterred.
Where I can custom pick basically which moves come out in which order.
I don't think I've ever really gotten into a game that had custom combos. I own Tales of Arise and Berseria. Should play those at some point.
I mean, I uninstalled a 200 gig game I might play again. Excuse me. Black Ops, with the single player uninstalled, Black Ops 6 is a mere 80 something gigs. Also, we have good internet. It's fine.
Steam. Do you have it through Steam?
Yeah. So
Steam
I can.
Also has a,
Yeah.
You can. Steam also has a way to like uninstall stuff without getting rid of the files. It just sort of packages them up,
Yeah.
and you can restore them if you want to.
Hey, are we sure the doc is really down here?
We must trust that he is.
We are being overwhelmed. Against these numbers, one wrong move and it's lights out.
Bleed! They were fooled to try. Warning. Energy
What?
levels low.
So yeah, it's it's mashy, but it feels like there's some consideration there, and more importantly,
Energy levels low.
it's very fast because there is no sort of battle transition. You just go.
Insufficient output.
Which I think gives this game like a very breezy pace to it that I appreciate. Anyway, we're gonna keep pumping points into the skill that increases everyone's experience gain.
I am still far from proficient.
There is no better teacher than experience. Can't wait to see how much better I do.
Every single time I see you play this game, I just reach the conclusion it's a perfectly fine game.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, the other thing is, I'd say, I wouldn't give this the most 7 out of 10 award. It's like an
But it's
8.
close.
It's like an
It's
8.
close, though.
Yeah.
Skills yet remain.
This does not bode well.
I can see why it reviewed the way that it did. Let's
Yeah.
just say.
But it also it's got the comfort food hallmarks I want from a game like this.
Still, Braden, they sold this for $60.
Not right now, they didn't.
At
Not
the
what I
time,
paid for. I paid $30 for this game like 3 months after it came out.
I know.
It's fine.
I just want some assurances that they're even alive and not a zombie Japanese corpo situation.
I hope Tri-Ace is alive.
I do. I really do.
We
The
need
world is a better
people
place with
making
Tri-Ace.
mid-budget jank RPGs.
And then eventually things like Resonance of Fate.
Yeah. And Lightning Returns.
Yes.
God, I love Lightning Returns.
It's such a dumb game.
It's
so beautiful.
such a taped together mess. All right, time to see if this boss fight's gonna kick my ass again.
Oh right, this is the boss fight where you basically
Where
say,
I
you know
where
what,
I
I'm
said
good for today.
I'm good for tonight.
Would you say this is a better game than Valkyrie Elysium?
Yes,
I think you said by a pretty conservative.
by a considerable margin.
Vision impaired. Unable to perform blind sight.
Because I remember seeing a cutscene compilation of Star Ocean 4's writing, and I was like, I never want to engage this. How has the writing been?
I mean, it's very Jerpaga.
But like good generic JRPG or like
I like the current group dynamic between these three doofuses right now. So Letitia is like zealous princess type who just is trying to solve problems herself, and then Albert is her bodyguard. Who's just like, Princess, thou should not do such a thing. And then Raymond is guy from space who's like, hey man, I'm just from space. I gotta do space things. And they're like, you are from the space?
Alright, so
like all Star Ocean games, it starts out being a Prime Directive episode of Star Trek.
Yeah. Oddly enough, like, Till the End of Time's Prime Directive stuff was actually pretty good.
Yeah, no, I think that game starts well.
Is that the one that's basically in a simulation?
Yeah, yep, that's a massive plot twist, but yes.
I mean, is that something I need to avoid spoiling?
Please look forward to our podcast on Star Ocean Till the End of Time. And I'm not even joking, because it's going to be a podcast game.
So, Relkin quit that game. He got very frustrated at it. I would suggest, I watched him play some of it. There's like a cooking / preparation thing where you prepare items.
Yep.
Maybe don't ignore that.
No. I mean, look, okay, so there's a dark history of cooking minigames in fucking RPGs.
Uh-huh.
If it's there, you probably have to do 6 or 7 times more of it than what you think.
Or you can just ignore it.
That's what Relkin did, and he
paid the cost.
He hit a point where he could not proceed.
I just...
He paid the toll.
I'm not gonna talk mess because he plays more of those games than I do.
I'm not saying that.
But
I'm saying
I'm gonna say JRPGs from this era. Yeah.
They had a lot of cooking minigames.
There's a lot of bullshit in those games, and sometimes you should just look up a guide and know what to ignore and what not to ignore.
I'm saying there's some systems in that game that you're going to need to engage with that he did not engage
I am
with.
aware, and I played the game and completed it. I'm not going to say that I did not hate that stuff as much as maybe he did. But I'm also going to say that there are ways to circumnavigate it if you do not just dilly-dally or avoid them entirely. But hey, whatever, you know?
We all play games in different ways.
Yeah.
Anyway, I also think that Till the End of Star Ocean Till the End of Time, just the title, kind of an awesome name.
Or the fact that the main character's name is Fate fucking Line God.
I mean, that's real stupid, but the title on its own, I think is real good.
Let's see what the free sell for today is.
In this case, I feel like this fight I'm either missing some sort of obvious gimmick, or I just need to get better gear and items.
Is it a DPS check, boss?
It might be a DPS check, or it might just be I need to level, because I'm playing on hard. So...
Oh, well, you know, that's...
Now let's go.
Yeah, because I'm a gamer.
Uh-huh.
Not let your zeal lead you to injury. Huh. Looks like there's a hill back there we can climb. Let's check it out.
But yeah,
So exquisite.
I'll say this is not the first time. Like, I don't doubt that that game just is kind of a mess, but also there's a reason why I intentionally use guides when I play RPGs from that era.
Sure. Like, I'll be honest, Jatsu and guides were the reason why I finished Breath of Fire 3.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even front. I didn't get what the fuck that fishing minigame was about when I first played it. Won't even lie. But also that fucking fishing minigame is addictive, but also nefarious. It is an affront to God.
Anyway, we got another miniature for our anime minis collection.
Do you have any anime Well, actually, I do know you have.
I
some
own
Nendoroids.
I own multiple Nendroids.
You've told me about your Nendoroids.
I pre-ordered
Honestly, I wish
a
I
Mimi
had-
Nightmare plush.
I've said this. I don't think I've said this to your face, but I wish I had pre-ordered what you have because that is a good
Get
one.
to the abandoned mine.
I
Find
think
the
you could
dock.
still buy one of those.
You can? Oh, you
Yeah,
gotta look
that
up.
like I was just given the link after I made the purchase. Anyway, we're gonna go out to the field and grind.
How's the grind in this game? Is it like good, bad,
here's
or just
my guess.
B-tier bullshit?
Here's my guess: is
It's probably B-tier bullshit.
given the part where I have a skill equipped on this lady,
Emergency protocols.
which cuts her defense, but gives everyone in the game, her party, a big fat currently 49% experience buff. I'm going to say that I bet I could keep that skill on for most of the game. Playing Free Cell.
Free Cell is one of the highest forms of card playing.
I mean,
What does highest mean?
It has literally an infinite number of permutations.
Uh,
Like, there are probably more versions, there's more variants of Free Cell in a true deck of cards than there will ever be of Balatro.
Energy levels low.
Like, here's something that you can, just to highlight. Take a deck of cards, shuffle them, and deal out 5 cards. What you have done will never be seen again. Like, the hand that you create from shuffling your deck. Because a deck of cards, by just shuffling it up, dealing some cards, like, it is 52 factorial. That's the number of options that you have. So, truly, the thing, like, if there's something that Balatro could learn from Microsoft Free Cell, it is the fact that how the Free Cell community figured out which games in that are actually solvable and which ones are impossible. So in the Windows 95 edition, or even like the Microsoft Entertainment Pack version of Free Cell, basically, this is pre-AI, of course, right? Like 95. The Free Cell community assigned every type or every match type in Microsoft Free Cell to a person, and they asked them, use notation and see if you can solve it, and then we can flag the hands that nobody seems to solve, and then we can try and see. Basically, they crowdsourced the entire game, and they proved that out of all of the games in Free Cell, Free Cell supported 32,000 number of deals, of which were generated by a 15-bit pseudo-random number seed system. And that only one match or one hand type was actually impossible.
We got to catch the little rabbit.
How very
So,
diverting.
from 1994 to 1995, there was a crowdsourced community effort to solve Free Cell, and they were only they proved that there was really only one hand that was truly unwinnable. 8 are declared unsolvable because we believe you can win them. Just you can't fully prove it.
Destroy.
Because not every variant has been like not every fork has been discovered or like tried.
Live to fight another day.
Is this one of those chess things?
Yeah, kind of. Honestly, I won't lie to you. I can like nerdy stuff like that.
Initiate warning. Energy levels.
Communists telling me I can't like things.
That's what I'm saying.
Like things. Please enjoy things. It makes life better.
I disagree. Don't enjoy things.
Insufficient output.
If you disagree, then why did you stop playing the new house?
Because
Are you
that
just weak?
stream's going to be it's not good content for me to get upset.
So can you just glide infinitely?
So that meter below your AP bar is your is the meter for the drone. But yeah, if you glide around an enemy and hit them in the back, you do damage and you stun them. It's good.
How long is this game? Is this a 20-hour thing or is this a 100-hour thing?
I believe how long to beat puts it in the 40 range. So, you know, pretty standard. I imagine
40 to 50 hours.
Yeah.
How long to beat. Okay.
If you tried to do completionism,
So standard RPG. 50
yes, it is a JRPG that's not a Persona. Which, you know, I could be playing Metaphor Refantasio.
But you're not a normie.
But the problem is, everyone else is already playing Metaphor Refantasio. Joku already streamed himself playing Metaphor Refantasio. Which means I am legally not allowed to. Because that's what the plebeians are doing.
Aren't you low on HP?
No.
It says 81, I think. Oh.
Also,
Well.
there's a quick heal button. Another
Great.
well
Another thing
thought out
JRPGs
quality of
have.
life choice that this game makes.
Exquisite.
Someone on the Giant Bomb Discord who I might want to ask to be on the podcast at some point, who plays a bunch of JRPGs, called this game the most mediocre game they've ever played.
Mediocre seems appropriate.
Yeah, maybe it gets dumber.
We have company.
Like there's a very high chance that the story of this game goes in dumb places that I hate.
What's the best written Tri-Ace game?
Lightning Returns.
Okay, somebody else wrote that.
Resonance of Fate. Valkyrie Profile, maybe.
Probably Valkyrie Profile for a non-ironic pick.
You know, people like Star Ocean 2.
Enemy base, dead ahead.
Destroyed. Warning. Energy levels low. No threats detected.
There. Alright, what level is everyone now? Okay. We got a couple levels from that, just running around.
I shan't hold the others back. I am still far from proficient.
All is grist to the mill. All is grist to the mill.
Okay. I think... it looks like... Okay, yeah. So upgrading the fire and water spells made it so that I think they have a chance of doing damage over time. Anyway, he has a synchro skill called Jet Daredevil, and that's pretty good. Sometimes he just hums to himself.
Oh, you can hear this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Think you're special?
It's just a tuneless hum.
I'll promise to mute when I'm masturbating.
Mm. Do you hum when?
No,
Okay.
you're gonna hear a different sound.
Anyway, hi, I'm twitch.tv/arbitrarywater. Welcome to Help, I'm Trapped in Mid-Budget Action JRPG Heck.
Yeah, sure, that's what you're trapped dealing with.
A feature that may or may not be a soft lead-in to the Wheel of Dubious RPGs 3. Who's to say? A feature in which I go through my backlog of mid-budget action JRPGs, of which there are numerous. And then, I don't know, I'll probably play through all of one of them. Maybe two. Right now, honestly, like, if I did not have obligations in the form of stupid garbage for the podcast, and also good games
we
for
have
the
good garbage
podcast.
to play. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Leave them in ruin.
Good garbage is being played right now.
It's true. We're playing a good video game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Not sorry.
Just is
actually.
it just good for now?
No, actually, here's the thing: is Parasite
Parasite
Eve.
Eve is fucking.
Parasite
great.
Eve
Oh,
is so
Parasite
fucking
Eve, never
cool.
mind.
That I know, a hot take.
Threat detected ahead.
A hot take over here. The 1998 Square-soft video game Parasite Eve is cool.
Too bad they never made any more.
Yeah, too bad they never made any sequels. I watched Joku play the third birthday. I'd kill the
Yeah, we sure
franchise
did.
too if I saw that. Do I own Kingdom Hearts 2.8? No.
No comment.
I do not. Let's see how much it is. Because
You were the one that poo-pooed my Kingdom Hearts podcast idea.
yeah,
most.
because you said play through all of them.
Yeah, play through all of them.
Some of those games are very bad. Also, the main pod already played through. Also, here's the thing: some of these games are just fine. It's not actually punishment. All right, let's see. Kingdom Hearts. How much is Kingdom Hearts?
I think I would argue that playing any Kingdom Hearts game other than 1, 2, and Birth by Sleep, it might actually be a
Kingdom Hearts
kind of
2.8
punishment.
HD, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue is $23 on PSN right now, which is maybe too much for how much I want to play anything.
Mm-hmm.
In that game, because
I guess people also like Dream Drop Distance.
I don't want to play Dream Drop Distance.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Listen. Every time I've gotten the itch to play a Kingdom Hearts game, I've played through the first game, somewhat obsessively, I might add.
Yeah.
And then started up the second game and went, "Oh, this is so much better," and then not continued.
Yeah. Well, here's the secret about Kingdom Hearts: is that there are 2.5 good Kingdom Hearts games, and the main podcast has already played through one of them. Or at least one half of them.
What's your 2.5? Is that 1, 2, and Birth by Sleep? Or?
It's no, it's 2 Birth by Sleep and then half of 3.
You don't like 1?
I think Kingdom Hearts 1 is a rough experience. I know. That's a spicy take from me.
No, it's not a spicy take from anybody. I think most people would agree.
Here's the thing. I would play through that game on stream on proud difficulty. I don't want to.
Honestly, it's a game that once you get past the Tarzan level, that game gets a lot better.
Yeah.
But the problem is that Tarzan level is fucking trash.
What, you don't like having to randomly go to different areas back and forward in order to make progress with no real indication?
Yeah, I don't like running back and forth across 4 very tiny areas. Hey, 2 is a technical marvel, and also maybe actually a good action game.
Yeah, and also its controls are responsive and
yeah,
acceptable.
But you gotta do the Little Mermaid level.
Oh yeah, no, listen, I ain't no coward. Also, I think they made the controls slightly better for the Little Mermaid level. I'm sorry.
I have the PS3 versions of 1 and 2.
Okay.
I don't really feel a strong need to buy anything else.
Well, if you get them on the newer consoles, they run at 60.
Oh well.
I know this because
I thought they ran at 60 on the PS3 as well. I have not played them for like 6 or 7 years.
Oh. Nope, this is the wrong way. Anyway, I think Birth by Sleep, I think 2 of the 3 characters in Birth by Sleep are a lot of fun to play, and then there's also Terra.
Enemies.
Oh, you're telling me that a slow, powerful character in a Kingdom Hearts game doesn't
Yeah, I'm saying
well?
the character who is just on the ground and is slow is worse than the character who is in the air constantly and the character who is just constantly shooting out magic bullshit.
When I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, the times I played through halfway through 2, I remember Sora never, ever, ever being on the ground.
Yep. And
like those games take place in the air.
Yeah, and Terra is a character who dares to ask, what if there was a character who was just always on the ground? Which is why his name is Terra, because that means Earth.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yeah. Also, his final boss fight is fucking rough.
So I played Birth by Sleep on the PSP. The final boss fight for what's the guy's name? Ventus?
Yeah.
I think that was his name. was a real fucker on the PSP.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, Vanitas is a pretty hard fight, too.
It's another in a long line of Kingdom Hearts games, boss fights that had to be nerfed in subsequent re-releases.
See, I just love Vanitas as a character because he sucks so much. He's just a he's just a big ol' shit eater.
Are you saying that he's another in a long line of Nomura shit boys?
Yes. Oh god, he's the most shit boy.
Even worse than Roxas?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You only have to deal with Roxas for like 2 hours.
Also you get Haley Joel Osment just having fun being evil Sora.
I am rested for the journey ahead.
You also get that's the one where
Yeah,
Leonard
that's the
Nimoy
one.
is.
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy is Xehanort, and he is hamming it the fuck up.
They put Mark Hamill in that game.
Yeah. That Disney,
that Disney money and that celebrity casting.
Yeah.
Pays off, I guess.
Impeccable.
This will prove most useful. Good day.
I wonder if someone at Disney is just constantly surprised every time they remember that Kingdom Hearts is a thing.
Yeah,
and
like
makes good
I'm
money.
sure there's some Disney executive.
Oh no. The place where you can find weird references is if you go to Tokyo Disneyland. They have an entire themed room that has like the Keyblade in it.
Yeah.
You can actually have a guy dressed up as Sora to greet you.
No, but I mean, just like an executive at Disney somewhere just being reminded that Kingdom Hearts exists and going, how does this make so much fucking
They call
money?
it what now?
Much appreciated. We shall come again.
Who's this Aqua, and why do people keep asking us to have her be a princess? There, I did a reference.
Yeah. Oh, I need 15 more vile goop.
Oh, it's one of these games. What drops vile goop? Where's the best place to farm it?
Yeah.
What equipment can I put on to raise the drop rate?
I gotta buy some strength potions and get some vile goop.
Are you vile? And are you goop?
As someone who has read through the Book of Vile Darkness, the 3rd edition version, I will say this.
Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you even do that?
Because
you don't deserve that.
You of all people are not allowed to use that.
You deserve better, Braden.
I do.
I don't even know what this book
So when 3rd edition first came out,
D&D thing.
When 3rd edition first came out, they one of the things that Monty Cook et al. Kind of wanted to emphasize was like, oh, this ain't. We can put devils in the game again. We can call them devils again because the Satanic Panic's over.
Oh, so you tell me a late 90s, early 2000s thing is maybe a little bit too edgy for its own good?
And and so as a result,
well, there were a lot of results.
Yes, well, one of the things they put out early in 3rd edition's lifespan was the Book of Vile Darkness and the Book of Exalted Deeds.
Mm-hmm.
And
one of those is significantly worse than the other.
Yeah.
We shall come
And the
again.
Book of Vile Darkness is about playing evil characters, and
Yeah.
it is the most try-hard edgelord shit imaginable.
Yeah.
No.
No,
It's like
what if I told you that one of
explicit
the
discussions about how if you're evil and there's a woman that you tie up, you can rape her.
yeah,
like,
there's
the
that.
worst.
There's one of the literally Literally, one of the prestige classes in that book is the Cancer Mage.
Hey, Justin, what do you think the Cancer Mage does?
Casts cancer on people. I don't know.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. We shall come again.
It's been decanonized, and no one wants to talk about it.
Yeah, like, you can still buy it on the DM's Guild, so you can get it digitally. If you so desire.
There are absolutely certain varieties of people who are like, that sounds interesting. I want to.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, they made Fatal. Those people made Fatal.
Yeah, but basically, it is the early 2000s attempt to overcorrect for 3rd edition being
politically correct.
Well, 3rd edition being like, all right, we can make D&D edgy again because we're not afraid of the Christians anymore. And so on and so forth.
Currently,
but it's something. It's something. It was an interesting read because it's a very specific window into early Wizards of the Coast D&D era.
And, like, how relieved people were when people stopped caring about D&D and started caring about violent video games from the religious right.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't stop caring about violent video games for a long time.
No, I'm saying that violent video games basically allowed D&D to stop getting so much heat on them.
Reach the
yeah, Grand Theft Auto.
Before there are any more unnecessary victims. Yep.
Yeah, it's a better scapegoat, I guess.
Yeah.
Or Marilyn Manson.
That and Harry Potter and Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Which these days Harry Potter is awful for an entirely different reason.
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson is awful for entirely different reasons.
This is the new shit.
Do not let your zeal lead you to injury.
I don't keep up with Marilyn Manson. I don't.
Marilyn Manson's garbage is let's say Marilyn Manson has been accused credibly of some things by some women.
Let us proceed with caution.
And that's all you need to know.
Although I think that the case recently was dismissed, but on a technicality, as is usually the case. In particular, I think it is like someone didn't feel comfortable testifying against Marilyn Manson publicly, so the case had to be dropped. Which is how those things almost always go.
Is anybody you'd expect to be an awful person not actually an awful person?
Danny DeVito seems like a good guy. I don't know
when I watched that Reading Rainbow documentary on the plane, turns out that everyone loves LeVar Burton.
I wish I was LeVar Burton.
I wish I was LeVar Burton. Where's my iconic slave robe? I still think about that line. It's so much. R.I.P. R.I.P. I can't say the rest of that skit because I am white, but where's my iconic slave role is very funny.
Like, credit to Lance Reddick for being like one of the few people to like go into the Eric Andre show and actually leaning into the bit
instead of not really knowing what. All right, everyone gets some blueberries.
Do.
like when Hannibal Buress is like, pretzels is the same.
Pretzels is the same. I mean, he's right. Like, pretzels are the same fucking shit.
I don't know how to trigger the boss doing the thing where he reveals his weak point.
Vision impaired. Insufficient
So, does this game take place in the same universe as the previous Star Ocean
I
games?
believe it does.
Yes.
But once again, they're not ever going to acknowledge the ending of Star Ocean 3 because they're cowards.
Indeed.
energy levels low. Destroy. Insufficient output. Chance of survival dropping.
Don't you die on me!
Unable to continue combat.
It's fine. I bought so much fresh sage.
Good for you. Or I'm sorry for your loss. I didn't read all the way, bro.
Have you ever been subjected to someone who actually burns sage? Because it's a wretched smell.
We have a teacher who burns sage, but they're Native American.
Okay, they're allowed to. But I'll say this: I had a coworker who, for a while, was getting into burning sage because she saw it on TikTok. Alright, we just soloing this bitch. Once again.
It's almost dead.
It's up to me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. I did it! I'm good at video
Awesome.
games.
Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
You beat it?
Yeah, I beat the video game. Now we can play a different video game
spell the town's doom upon hatching.
Should probably get rid of him ASAP. Might want to tell the townspeople too afterwards. Huh?
Dr. Eason!
Oh, there you are, buddy. Good thing we got to you before the hatchlings could.
These, I'm gonna say something very cruel. These, character models and animations remind me of Celeste.
I
Yeah.
haven't been this tired in forever. You gotta take better care of yourselves, people. Rest assured, they appreciate your efforts.
And we can appreciate that the doctor's wounds were not serious.
Only because you were there to help him. I'll make sure he hears about your great deed when he wakes up. Wait. I just realized something.
I love how they have
Any of your
they
names?
all have like weird cane
Not like we
animations.
really had time for introductions anyway. My name's Raymond, but you can call me Ray. Everyone else does.
I am Albert.
And I am Leticia. So we have Raymond or Ray, then there's Albert, and last but not least, Leticia. Okay, I think I got it.
They missed.
As soon as he wakes up, I'll send a missive to the inn where you're staying. Again, I can't thank you enough for saving his life.
Is the Caligula effect action based?
Shall be waiting with bated breath.
No, it's turn based.
Say, I thought that was a turn-based thing.
It is X Persona people trying to make
Girl,
Persona
we
without a
took the laughs
budget.
today. They'll probably erect a statue of us in the middle of town or something. So cheer up, okay?
Okay.
Pardon me, but I have a message for you from someone named Nina.
Nina.
It says that Dr. Eason has regained consciousness and you may visit whenever.
That is wonderful news.
That
Thank
is
you
wonderful
for telling
news.
us.
Well, now that he's awake, let's go see the guy.
All right. Oh, fast travel. I love fast travel. Don't mind me. I'm just checking something. We're just checking to see what we got. What we got on. What we got on tap?
Hmm? You already finished Unicorn Overlord.
Yeah, that game's good. I recommend it.
Yasu says, is this game actually an Assassin's Creed game with a party?
Kinda. Kinda.
Oh shit, you got Jean d'Arc?
Yeah, I got Jean d'Arc.
Jean d'Arc? You mean? Whatever.
Yeah, it's Jean d'Arc.
Some good games for a podcast about RPGs on that list.
Yeah, some really interesting and cool stuff. We could do some stuff with stuff.
Which we'll never play until year 50 of our horrible experiment.
Until year 50 of Off the Deep End. Once again, I have this copy of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles: The Crystal Bearers. See, now
I'm gonna be honest with you, Gino. I know that we employed
Hello,
our
Gino.
tease
Hey,
on
Gino.
Gino. I'm probably gonna pick the After Years for my next pick.
Okay.
Where is Gino? Is Gino not in the chat, or is he?
No,
He just-
I accidentally said Gino.
I know.
I
And
misspoke.
when you need someone to antagonize, you just immediately say Gino. I understand.
Oh, that's mean.
Let's see. What was the last game I was going to put on this poll? Let's What was the last game? I feel like there was at least one more. Alright, pull us up.
Are there any Japanese Souls-likes other than, you know, the Souls games?
Have you heard of Neo?
Oh, right.
Have you heard of Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin?
Yes, I have.
Improvements in general awareness confirmed.
Let's get over to Doc Eason's on the double.
Yes.
The infirmary should be located on the west side, if I recall correctly.
So, a couple of years ago, I gifted our tabletop
Anyone home?
Teammate Brad a copy of Akiba's Trip for Christmas. Really, it was a Christmas gift for me because I was like, I need you to stream this to me and some friends. He had no idea what it was. It was very funny. That was.
Nonetheless,
I love
pretty hard for
I
about
love
next
the
2.5
hard
hours.
difference in detail between main story characters and NPCs.
Know each other?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's almost like a lightning returns element.
Albert Bergholm. It's been quite some time, Marquess.
That it has. I barely recognized you. And you, good
Anyway,
sir,
pull us up.
must be Raymond. I cannot thank you enough for saving the people of
That's why I was mentioning Akiba's Trip.
Think nothing of it.
Out of
Seeing you
nowhere.
in good
It's
spirits
just
is
in the
thanks
poll.
enough.
Yeah,
And so,
because I own Akiba's Trip,
to what do I owe the pleasure?
and it's a mid-budget action JRPG.
It's more of like a button smasher.
What business do
You have
with him,
stats.
if I may ask?
You rip off their clothes.
Sometimes you can rip off dudes' clothes.
Can't you just rip off everyone's clothes?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's-
they're vampires, Justin.
Yeah, so they just die in the sunlight. Listen, I am surprised how much that game plays that up for laughs.
And
I thought it
also,
would-
it's a satire of Akihabara,
Then you understand.
but also a loving recreation of that district circa, like, 2011.
Nothing at all. Are you certain?
Perhaps if your motivation differed, so would my answer.
Marcus.
I ask, you take your leave.
So like an affectionate parody of the area.
Refrain from
Yeah, it's like making fun of the fashion culture of Akiba. And
when Akiba sold out.
and
What
you know
the
the
hell happened between you three? Had to be something, the way he was acting.
Oh, right. It was Grand Blue Relink.
I need to ask you something.
Fuck. That was going to be the last game on the poll.
I think that putting Final Fantasy 16 on a mid-budget action RPG list is very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't change the title when you stream that.
Cuz Grand Blue Relink is
It's something.
it seems good.
Uncle
Yeah.
Midas?
At the very least, you have to know that Dr. Eason was one of Osirius's 3 wise men, just like Uncle Midas.
Anyway, this
So
lady's
the
going to
doc's,
join our
like,
party.
Famous or something?
And suppose I do.
Then you might be interested in this. My full name is Nina DeForge.
DeForge?
DeForge? Would you
Yo,
happen to
Geordie
know
DeForge?
DeForge as...
I do. My father. who
Anyway,
sent
her
down
outfit
Uncle
is just
Midas
so
and Dr.
much.
Eason as one of the 3 wise men is none other than
There's a lot of problems with this character
Roberto
design, Braden.
DeForge. So, what do you say? Can someone like little ol' me join you? Maybe the street's not the best place for this. We can talk at my house. It's just on the... It's just down the hill from the infirmary.
Boop.
Here we are.
Found it.
Is this character supposed to be an adult?
Yeah, I mean, she's stacked, so
Make
yes.
yourselves at home.
I believe so.
researching Helgar's disease? If I may, where is Maester de
Oh, weird. 3 people voted, and
Passed away 7 years ago.
2 of them voted for Akiba's trip.
Yes, and ever since, Dr. Eason has been my guardian and my teacher. He taught me all I know about iatromancy.
I told you multiple times that the poll was
Brayden,
up.
are you there?
He did leave me a
I
lot
told
of
you multiple
documents,
times.
But no, he never taught me anything himself. And to be fair, I never even thought to ask.
Well, what would you have voted for ZP? A key trip, Stars, the second story, Tales of Arise,
I did.
Mana remake, or Trials of Mana remake in 16.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you did.
Discord's being fucky.
An accomplished semiomancer has died, and I wish to pay my respects.
Yeah.
The deceased does not wish you to, so please take your leave.
Yes, I suppose you are right. He wouldn't want to see my face.
Hello?
Hello. There we go.
Hi. There we go.
Hi.
Discord unfucked itself for the moment.
Yeah.
So that was Discord? Because I
Yeah.
ran fast.com to make sure it wasn't my internet.
I think it was Discord being fucky for a second.
Always
we all
freaks
three
me
had
out.
the same problem at the same time. Yeah. Anyway. This game looks okay, I guess.
Put any fears he had to rest.
Yeah. Yeah, this game is fine.
Leticia,
I own Tales of Arise and have not played it yet. I'll play it instead. Or Berseria, which just seems like a more interesting thing because
Yeah,
all
because
your
the characters are
evil.
all kind of morally questionable.
I knew I heard the name Leticia before.
They seem to be straight up evil in some way, at least to some degree.
Let me be honest with
Let-
you, Your Highness.
Or at least
They're not
fucked up
against
evil.
doing murder or committing crimes.
If you promise to help me,
But are they evil?
I promise to help you.
What drove them to this?
Listen, Rokuro's a nice, laid-back guy until you mention his brother, and then he's like, oh right, I became a demon because I want to kill my brother so badly.
But you've saved both him and this town. You are obviously a good person.
Hey,
Anyway.
I remember the doctor saying
talk to
something
y'all
about
later.
if our motivation was
yeah.
different, his answer would be too. So maybe we could work with that?
I think that ship has sailed.
Either way, now doesn't seem like the best time. No matter what we say, he's not going to listen to us. Ah! Ray, you mind coming with me to the infirmary? Alone?
To do what, though?
Just the usual work is all. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Should I buy Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue for $23?
Whatever it is, I have a bad
That's between
feeling
you and God.
To think that
I mean, it's between me and Twitch giving me money.
my ignorance.
Hey! Yeah.
You and I were but children.
Okay.
How could we remember?
I disagree. We may have been young, but not so young as to forget.
Anyway, we don't get to see whatever fun scene Raymond's having in the clinic, because instead we get Albert and Letitia.
The eldest of the 3 wise men, but
Letitia.
fewer years than my father.
Yeah,
That is for
Leticia.
'Tis quite strange.
As they sometimes pronounce it, but not always.
Hey, you might want to think about getting out of here, and soon. The talk's on his way as we speak.
Pardon? Have we a destination?
Place called Rifle, apparently. Going there to get meds.
To get medicine?
Whatever, who cares? Let's just go. Unless you want to face the doctor's wrath, then be my guest. Don't worry, Dad. I got this. You'll see. All right.
We did it.
Now all that's left is to
Now
make
we
it
have
out of
Nina
this
in our
place
party.
without getting caught.
How getting caught, you say? Zoop.
So, Ray, do you serve the Osarian royal family too?
Nah, I'm just a humble transporter.
I was carrying some cargo for a client when I was attacked by thieves. And then my ship was destroyed, I got separated from my crew, and these two graciously helped me out of a tight spot. And now we're traveling. By the way, where exactly is this Rifle place, anyway?
It lies to the northeast. From here, we need only travel eastward until the coastline comes into view.
Gotcha. Now that you mention it, it's been a long time since I've seen a real ocean.
Alright, Nina is a support character. She targets allies with heals. Okay. Okay. Telling me all of these characters have unique movesets.
Not even
Mm-hmm.
got no choice but to wander around until we find a lead. I'm not exactly from around here, so I have no idea where anything is until someone tells me.
I'm certainly no expert either. If there's anything you want to know, I'll do my best to fill you in.
Awesome. That'd be a huge help.
I'm a healer! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Let me heal you!
That's what you get for messing with us.
Heal! Alright, and let's re-equip Determined Princess. So we can get more numbers. Alright, yep, she is the support user. Oh, that's funny. She has a trip on her face move that just knocks everyone back. That's pretty good. I think I might play more of this off stream, honestly.
More of this off stream, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm having an alright time. This girl jangles her silly bell to buff allies. That's funny. But I guess we're gonna play Akiba's Trip next. So
Yay.
Joku's, I believe, finishing Resident Evil 8. That's a video game that's good.
Sure. Alright. Bye.
Bye. Yeah.